What's up, everybody? It's your boy Serpent 20 Gaming back with another video. Um, what I want to talk about today in this topic, um, it kind of hits home. Um, it just goes to show you that what some of these devs go through just to push out a AAA title. You don't know how many sacrifices that may have been made to get that accomplished. Um, you like us consumers, us gamers, we never know pretty much little to nothing behind the scenes unless you are like part of the gaming industry and working inside studios and stuff like that. But I know I'm a little late with this topic. So just bear with me with that. Also, if you also want to, if you're new to my channel, please sub, like, comment, Twitter, Google Plus, all that good shit will be on the description box down below. So go in there, busy yourself, check the shit out. Yeah. So Amy Hennig, for those who may not know, she was the creative director of Uncharted 4 before she left Naughty Dog to go to EA. She's been in the industry for quite some time. She was basically, I believe she was the creative director of Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3 as well. And I think she was just the I'm trying to think. I think she was the concept creator for Uncharted 1. I think she was part of that. She's also going to be working on a future Star Wars title. Um, I believe at Visceral, either EA or Visceral, one of the two. So she's been around for a minute. What strike me is like really crazy, really overwhelming to me was the fact that she came out with an interview. Um, they were asking questions about what it's like working for Sony or Naughty Dog or whatever thing like that. She basically came out and said things like, "Yeah, to push out a game, it takes a lot out of them. Some of them have to work maybe 12 to 18 hours a day. Some don't even sleep. Some like eat, breathe, and live the job. So you know, they have to push it out. They have a deadline to make, and they have to like make sure it gets done. And if you're like a family person, you're a family man or woman, you may not be able to spend time at all with your families because of it. Some people are even leaving their home, like they have their lives at home being taken away from them because of this game. Um, or not because of this game, but just because of game development in general. So yeah, when you really think about it, a lot of publishers, they all they care about is money. The companies, all they care about is money. And well, I can't say we, but some, or if not most, or maybe half of us gamers or fan base, um, we're begging them, we pushing this $60 thing where we have to get this best AAA blockbuster experience, and it could put a lot of pressure on them. I'm happy that they do push out games of that quality or of that caliber, and we actually get it, and we do enjoy it. Therefore, we give them our money. Everybody should be happy, stuff like that. Um, but the sacrifices that they have to make just to get that out, like it kind of hits home, man, because ever since I was like a little boy, man, I always dreamt of being in the gaming industry ever since I picked up an NES controller. Like I always wanted to work in the industry, and now I'm much of a family man myself. Like now I really have to really consider, like, damn, if I do go and pursue it, if I ever have a chance to go and pursue it, it might take away the time that that I would need to be around my family. Now, let's say, they wanted me to work like 18 hours, 20 hours. Some don't even go home. Now, if, your significant other, your spouse, whatever, can't accept the fact that you're mostly at the studio working and all this other stuff. They may leave you. They might just have enough with you and leave and move on to someone else, someone who's always going to be there, or at least have a regular 9 to 5, like most people do. Like, and I gotta admit, man, it's crazy that they went through all this stuff. We already seen the debacle that Konami put through their workers, but as far as Amy Hennig goes, she hasn't bashed anybody or any developer or any studio, anything like that. She basically just gave us some of the work conditions that they end up having to do. Like, some might even have vacations and they can't take them because they have to push a deadline towards a game. They said once the product is finished, that they don't even check the sales. They don't check nothing like that. They go like straight to bed and they pass out prior for like 2-3 days, because they've been working so hard. Decoding, debugging, all that good stuff. So I just want to know what you guys think, man. The way she's been talking about how the development process is, it makes me feel like we're kind of taking them for granted, but at the same time, it's like we paid for the consoles, we paid for these so-called games. Y'all wanted, like, and you notice every generation or two or something like that, they bump it up. They bump the software like $10 for us. So, the more quality we want, the more money we push out, and then the more money we push out, it leads to these publishers and the companies to push their dev teams harder than ever, and making sure they basically don't have a break for themselves, no time to unwind. After doing a project, like, as soon as they're done with a project, they have to pick up another project. So, with this clause that they have between, like, every 2 years they have to make something. So it kind of put a lot of pressure on them to constantly come out, especially if you're a big time dev team and stuff like that. So I want to know what you guys think about it. Do you think they should get a bigger, large time schedule to work on a game? Because now because she said that, now I see why we've been getting certain games the way we've been getting, like the lackluster graphics, or the frame rate drops, the buggy, the glitchies, all that good stuff, man. It's like all that crazy stuff down there in the games is probably the reason why we've been getting them, not getting the best quality, not getting the 1080 60 like they promised for the original PS4, Xbox One on certain games. So I'm starting to see now why, because they're trying to burn out their devs, man. They burn out their devs to the point where they probably can't even function no more. So no wonder they get lazy and downscale shit and have people fighting this quote unquote irrelevant console war. And it's crazy, man. Like, the people, like, let's say you are a family man, right? Let's say, and if you're a female, I apologize. Just flip it around, because I'm gonna give it like a general discussion, or just at least the general terms of what I'm trying to get across. If you're a family man, woman, whatever, and you have a wife, you have a husband, and you have kids, you're trying to establish family life, you have to support them, stuff like that. So that's why you have a job. you know, it kind of, I believe it pays well, you know, at least I want to believe that because it is one of my jobs that I wanted to be, like, I wanted to have when I was a little kid. And so I assume it would make more money, especially if you had to go to college, some didn't even go to college, whatever, where the case have you, you know, you want to establish that balance, but your job is telling you, look, you can't be home as much as you want to be with the Mr., Mrs., whatever. You want to spend time with your kids. Oh no, you have to dedicate yourself to this game and code it and do all the stuff you're supposed to do under your job description and making sure they push it out. They get 20 hours, sometimes 18, 16 hours of sleep. I mean, 16 hours of just work, barely any sleep at all. Um, yeah, it's not slavery. It's not one of them worst ass conditions, stuff like that. But when you really think about it, it's kind of like putting the pressure on the devs to push out a game so they can make money, and they don't care about their lifestyle, their life cycle, like what they do outside of work. So I thought I'd just get this news out there to you guys. Um, make you think about um, the process of development when you see a AAA title. And now every time I see a AAA title that's like highly acclaimed and it shows like the best graphics, the best gameplay, it usually gets like 8, 9s, 10s on reviews and stuff like that. When I look at those type of games where nobody can not question that there's not a flaw that they can see with the naked eye, um, it makes you wonder. It makes you think like, damn, I wonder what the process of the development team had to go through to get this shit, to get this quality. How many lives are taken? How many family lives are taken? Um, what wife left their husband? What husband left their wife? Um, how much sleep did you get? How many hours did you put in daily just to work on this project? Stuff like that. It takes you back to like, damn, you don't like when you're a gamer, you don't think of shit like that. You just think of like, oh, I'm just gonna hurry up and get the game, plug it in, put it in my console or my platform of choice, install it, whatever, good to go. We're playing, whatever. You're having fun, you're not having fun. Um, if you're a YouTuber like myself, you might want to give out a first impression, a review. You might say why you like it, why you dislike it, stuff like that. But you really have to take in consideration the development process now. Like I said before, it used to be 3 years. Like you give a dev team 3+ years to work on a title, usually be mediocre at least, decent, up to like great. You know, when you give them less than that, it kind of like, deteriorates itself. That's why I believe Activision was actually smart when it comes to like Call of Duty franchise. Like have like 3 different development teams running like 3 different COD projects, all within with each other. Like Warfare, that's in Infinity, Black Ops, Treyarch. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. They have 3 years because the other 2 devs will work on their game, and by the time it comes around their way again, they had 3 years in development. So, and usually COD sells great, whether you like it for the multiplayer or the single player. Assassin's Creed is taking like a 2-year break. The rehash, the reinvent. I believe they're reinventing Assassin's Creed. So it's like, so I believe the next canon Assassin's Creed game we're gonna get, it's not gonna be at least not that same old shit that we've been getting since Assassin's Creed 1. So, it takes time for you to get a great game, and I hope the publisher sees this video and understand that these workers are people too, you know, they have lives. So I don't mind giving them an extra year or plus to work on a game if I know the game is going to be great. And I hope I shed some light on you guys. I hope I give you guys some kind of insight on this shit. So I left an article down below for those who want to check it out. And with that being said, Serpent 20 Gaming, I'm out. Have a blessed day.